Hi there. Welcome. Just taking another little stroll around my apartment. This is take two because my big old necklace was hitting my microphone last time, making some pretty loud noises. But hey, we're not going to talk about that right now. What I do want to talk about with you is the three things I wish someone had sat me down and said, Laura, have a seat. We need to talk. I want to let you know these three things so your life is a lot easier. But you're going to have the benefit of my wisdom and knowledge. I'm going to tell you these three things that I wish someone had told me in my life. Oh my God, things would have been so different for me, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just the way it is. It's my soul's journey. And I love you, and I want you to know these things. So have a seat. Have a cup of coffee, pour yourself some water, some tea. I don't know, what are you drinking right now? Just have a little sit down. Let's have a chit chat or walk with me. I got a little spring fever, so I'm looking to stroll. I just like to stroll. We're gonna stroll around the house. You get to see my interior again. It'll be fun when it changes. When I actually, get to buy my building, we can stroll around that. But let's get to the point, right? Let's get to the point. Here's number one thing that I wish someone had told me or wish I had known and just discovered after 50, which is so nuts to me. Everyone on YouTube now, everyone's talking about manifesting, right? Law of attraction, manifesting, your thoughts create your reality. It's not new knowledge, it's actually ancient knowledge. But here's the thing, and maybe it's because of YouTube, hell YouTube, but I did not even know this until probably my 50s. So I walked around, bad attitude, bad words, just bad all around. And guess what happened? Well, my life was pretty rough. Just kept recreating, going in the same old cycle. And maybe you're like, yeah, I know manifesting exists, but I just want to let you know, number one, you're really lucky to know. And also your brain might take a little while to really believe this stuff is real, and it is real. Because you can have a rotten attitude and you're still manifesting. I sure manifested a really hard life. So I want you to just understand, be really aware of what you're saying to yourself, what you're thinking, feeling, what your actions are. So important. And I want you to have the best life. So I don't want you to go through like, oh, I'm 50 and now I'm discovering this. And maybe you are, maybe you're 65, I don't know. But I just want everyone to know this stuff's real, it works. And yeah, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. So be aware of what you're telling yourself and what you're thinking, who you're even hanging out with. Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? What are y'all talking about? How bad money is, how life is so hard, how the world is so terrible. I mean, you asked for it, right? It's magic. I mean, now just knowing that I'm creating my reality, you better believe my words are changing, my thoughts are changing. And this has taken a while because back when I was a kid growing up, my parents were really negative, and I love them and I've forgiven them and everything, but I had some pretty deep, dark programming I had to get through, and I still am. And I'm partially telling myself when I talk this way, because I'm like, girl, remember, be patient and keep an ear on your thoughts. They do create your reality. And since you're worth having the best reality, I want you to be very self-aware and be mindful and have fun with it. It's exciting knowledge. Like I said, I wish I'd known. Man, I think of the places I could have gone in the world if I had understood what I was doing by being so negative. How much better my life would have been. I mean, I literally manifested being in a rock and roll band when I was in my early 20s, because I used to pretend to be singing into a microphone, listening to like David Bowie in my bedroom as a teenager. I was in a band, amazing. I was semi-famous, but I didn't believe in myself, and I manifested my way out of there. It's very real, It's very real. But enough of that. Here's point two. And they're all kind of intertwined, their beliefs. Because my second point is about being gentle and self-loving with yourself. I was so hard on myself for so long in my life growing up. I was so mean, so self-hating. So, it goes with the manifesting, with the self-talk. I was so hard on myself. Even up till recently, I was hard on myself. Like, I wouldn't give myself a break. Look what you did. Look at the mess you created. Sad. I don't want you to be doing that to yourself. There's no reason to be. Because being angry at yourself certainly isn't going to make things better. And you wouldn't talk to if you think of yourself as a little kid, would you talk to yourself as a little kid like that? I should hope not. Be gentle. Be self-loving. Be patient with yourself. I was so mean to myself, so self-hating. Oh God, I ended up in the darkest places until recently. You just have to realize that you're a magical, divine being, and no matter how long it took to get you here, wherever you are, whatever mistakes you've made, whatever bad decisions you've made, it's okay. You're a good person. And whatever you've been through has brought you exactly where you are today. And sometimes I hate hearing it because when I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, oh yeah, easy for you to say. But everything did happen for a reason, and it brought you here where you are today, and it made you the person you are. I think about how hard my life has been and how much I've been through, but it's made me a wily, smart, kind, amazing person. I'm smart. I can figure things out. I'm wise. That's why I can be a coach now, because I've had all these experiences, because I've studied all these modalities, because I was struggling so much. I took the time to figure it out. And I made myself the person I am today. So please, don't be hard on yourself. Love yourself. Be patient with yourself. Let yourself off the hook. You deserve it. You deserve the best. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, especially yourself. And I feel like, at least for me, I was the harshest critic. And everything outside reflects that criticism. So I'd get criticized by a lot of people too. But I know I was the originator of those beliefs. Well, past my parents, my original caregivers, of course, right? A lot of times I'll think about myself as a little girl, and I do that, like I mentioned a minute ago, like really think about the way you would treat yourself as a child or another child. I get really sad when I think about how hard I was on myself. I get so hard on myself. No, I'm kidding. Now I'm able to be really gentle about it. I'm really accepting. I want that of you too. And it's going to reflect out in your world too. It's all like with the manifesting. It's like how you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you, how things will be reflected outwards. You'll see the difference. The third thing, I wish someone had sat me down and told me, and I might not have listened, but I was a real people pleaser. And a lot of, I think, women have this issue. And for me, I was especially a pleaser of all the boyfriends I had. And I really, it sounds so naughty. I don't mean it in that way. I mean, I chased a lot of guys, clung on to them for relationships, and basically bent myself into a pretzel shape just to make sure they were happy and that they would never leave me or abandon me. It's directly tied to abandonment issues, right? We have these fears about, this is why things end up manifesting too. We have this terrible fear something will happen, so we overcompensate for it, and then it happens. So don't bend yourself into somebody you're not to try to get someone or keep someone. If they're right for you, you'll be who you are, and they'll accept you and be with you and stay with you and love you. But if you're in pain, while you're with somebody, not the right move, right? God, it seems so obvious to me now. It's like, really, Dame? Really? That's what you did? That's what you let them do to you? I mean, guys wanted open relationships. I didn't, but I wanted to be the cool chick. So yeah, sure, whatever, I'm liberated. Relationships where they weren't willing to really commit or had one foot in, one foot out. Total people pleaser, guy pleaser that way. I was hurted. I was hurting and brokenhearted and wounded and already abandoned. Like, I wasn't there for me, right? That's what people pleasing is. You're not there for you. You got to be there for you. That's that self-love. It's not narcissism. It's not selfish. It's putting your oxygen mask on first, and then you get everyone else in the plane. You can't pass out and help other people. But you got to understand that you're so worth it. Once again, ties into self-worth, ties into the manifesting, it ties into like what you believe about yourself you're going to get from other people. But if you're trying to please other people to get them to stay with you, oh honey, I'm 55, I'm beautiful and smart and I'm a lot better than I was, but I'm alone. You know why I'm alone? Because every single guy I ever dated, I abandoned myself to make them happy. You think any of them committed to me for good? Not a single one of them. Not a single marriage proposal, not a single one of them wanted to commit to me. Because I was giving up myself to be with them, to please them. They don't like that. Men don't like that. I can't speak to what women like. I mean, I know what I like. I like a man who loves himself. Actually, what do you want from somebody else? Give it to yourself. Yeah, you know, you tie yourself up in pretzels to get a guy to stay with you. He'll end up leaving you for the woman who's like, oh no, I'm the queen. I'm the one you're focused on. And that, you better believe that's how I am now, or I will be. But I don't even care because I'm not chasing. I'm not worried. I'm not panicking. I'm like, oh no, I'm a queen. I attract. I don't chase. He'll come. And when he does, he better check all the boxes off. And I'm not doing that, oh, I'll make some subtractions. I have people say that, oh, but you can't have, oh, I can have everything and I will. And you know what? I'm okay if I don't. I mean, I'm okay. I'm on my own. And I want you to be okay on your own too. And if you're in a relationship right now, even if it's not romantic and you find yourself bending over backwards to make sure they're comfortable and you're uncomfortable, you got to rethink that. You got to rethink that. Because that relationship, you should not be uncomfortable to be with the people you're around. I truly want the best for you. Life is amazing. It not only can be amazing, it is amazing. But it does all start here. It starts with treating yourself like the star of your show, like you're the queen or the king or whatever kind of royalty you decide you're going to be. Don't let anybody tell you you're any less, because you are, and I love you. And I don't love everybody. Well, I sort of do, because that's like part of my spiritual journey. But anyway, I'm so glad you've been here so we could have this chit chat, because I want you to benefit from the things I've been through now that I'm this wise woman. Yeah, it can be tricky life, you know, if we don't get those good thoughts programmed in us as younger people, it can be much harder. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day, having a great life, and let's do this together. Let's all rise up. Because I don't want to be at the top alone. I want you to join me. Let's do this together and let's take it on, you know, let's be good people and let's clear out those bad beliefs and have an amazing life. All right. Well, don't forget you can subscribe, you can kick the like button if you want, or you can click on it or leave a comment. Let me know what's something that you've realized, if you're a wiser woman now, that's been a game changer for you belief-wise. Let me know down in the comments. They're right down there. Yeah, near the floor. Anyway, I love you. I'm glad you were able to join me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.